And I think this is honestly going to be a very short, sweet meeting.
Okay, sounds good.
Now, may I ask, can you let me know what your name is so I know how you pronounce it, please?
My name is Sharon Stoudemire. I pretty much manage the onboarding and the offboarding process for DCPS.
Okay. Sharon,
Mhm.
may I ask, have you ever logged into ServiceNow?
I have. I use,
Okay.
is that the same ticketing system that I use to send um email deprovision requests?
It is, yes, as of right now.
Yes, yep.
So when you go in, let me just ask. If you hold on a second, I need to share out my screen here.
No, take your time.
Would you, I was gonna put up the job aid too.
Okay. Just so that I know, because we'll bring the job aid up in a minute, but I just want to I want to know which approach we're taking right now. When you log in, is this what you see when you get to the landing page?
I believe so. Let me make sure
Okay.
though. I literally just sent a deprovision email account request. So let me log in really quick.
Okay. So I'll tell you what, I'll stop sharing. If you want to share your screen, I can be able to see what you're looking at.
Okay, we can do that.
Okay.
So are we looking at this from the onboarding point of view or the offboarding point of view?
We're going to walk through it in both aspects.
Okay.
And it's basically, we're going to be using the same form right now. And once we get you once we get you going with this, we can then sit down and see how we can improve this to make it
Okay.
just easier for you.
So I'm going to log in and you're going to see. Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, ma'am, I can. Thank you very much.
All right, perfect. So I'm going to log in through the offboarding account. This is the account that I use when I send my deprovision request.
Wonderful.
And it looks identical to the one that you showed earlier. So, yep.
Right. So you're in self-service. Okay. So that makes it easier. Now, Kiara is going to share out, and we're going to walk through first the document that she drew up for us, but I'm going to jump to the page that's relevant to how you're going to be doing, which is through self-service. My next question is that do you have a list of people or individuals you need to offboard or onboard today?
No, I wish I would have known I needed that earlier because as I
No,
mentioned, I
you
just
don't
sent
need,
the list
no
before this
problem.
call.
Okay, well, here's what we can do. We're going to walk you through it, and then what I'll say is that if I'm going to leave on the table that if you want, when you go to do this the first time, I can work with you over Teams to make sure you're comfortable with what you're doing and doing the right selections, and make sure that things go smoothly for you.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm going to ask if you can unshare your screen,
All right.
and I'll ask if Kiara can bring up the document that we drew up. Now, this is, we did it from the approach of a person like me who is in the back end of the system, and then also after the first couple of pages, what we do from self-service. So we're going to go down to page 5, self-service, and it seems like you already have a lot of this down. So, but what we want to do is go through and make sure that we identify properly what's the category that you need to use to get it over to citywide messaging, and making sure that you're comfortable with the information.
Okay.
Can you see everything on the screen okay?
I can see everything on the screen, but I have one quick question.
Sure, shoot.
So I see in the, what is this, under the account management, the create new account selection.
Mhm.
I share a email spreadsheet with Jesse. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Jesse over at Octo.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's responsible for creating these email accounts that I add to the spreadsheet that comes through the script notification process unsuccessfully. Will I now need to add those individuals through um through the ticketing system, or will we still keep the same process going that we have set up now?
Okay, I think, okay, can you explain to me, what are you doing now?
Yeah, what's the-
Sure. So when employees are hired, their email accounts are automatically created. Now, some of them are automatically created, and I get like a script notification from PeopleSoft letting me know that their email account being created successfully. Some of them come through unsuccessfully, meaning they are rehires, they have special characteristics in their names, or they are agency transfers. Now, those three types of individuals have to be added to an email account spreadsheet that me and Jesse share. Now, when those
Okay,
folks come
so,
through, I add them to that spreadsheet for him to create. So my question is, are we still keeping that process in place, or am I adding these individuals that come through this way through the ticketing system under the
okay,
create new account section?
okay. This will be replacing what you're currently doing, and the
Okay.
best way to put it is, we need to keep Jesse accountable for what work he is doing. Instead of using the ticketing system and writing a report, we want to get everything into the ticketing system. So on those one-offs you have for the account creations, you're going to create the spreadsheet, and you can make a notation as far as what the issue was, what the error message was that you got, and then send them over to him as well. How many do you get as a time when you're doing a hiring spree?
It's quite a few, a lot. I mean, I
Okay,
don't
so
have an
yeah, we're
exact
going
number,
to
but
want to do
it's a
that.
lot.
Okay, I mean, we could do it as a onesie twosie, but also understand, yes, we want to keep it as a spreadsheet if it's more than like one person that you're
Yeah.
handling that week.
Make notes.
Sounds good.
Okay, so what we're going to do, basically, you're going to use the account management, then we're going to do a create new account, or if it's offboarding, you're going to use the disable account.
Correct.
Okay, then as we go down the document, this is basically just walking through. You're going to log in, you're going to hit the landing page. From there, you're going to see a tile right now that says request something. Now, as there are adjustments made, we will give you heads up, because we're going through a upgrade of the self-service portal. And I think that we're moving that up so that it's going to be on the top title bar that you see now, where it'll have request something up there. But you're going to click. Okay, but you're going to click the tile in self-service. I'm going to walk through this myself and I'll show you. I'll use UAT, but you'll click the tile, and that's going to then bring you up a user request form. We're going to fill that out with the information, make sure that it has all the right data points in it that Jesse will need. And then we're going to then walk through attaching the file, and we'll submit it. When we submit, the system will automatically send it over to citywide messaging. And then that's also then going to give you a reference number for the case as well. Now, I'm going to ask right now up front, does any of this seem overwhelming? Do you seem like it's okay?
No, that's actually what I've been doing. So I'm pretty
Wonderful.
familiar
So
with
we're
that
just
process.
documenting what you're already doing. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do, I'll ask Kiara if she can go ahead and unshare her screen. I'm already in UAT, so I'm going to hit request something. Now, here you're going to be seeing your DC working account showing here, since that's how you're logged in. We're going to select category account management.
Are we supposed to be seeing your screen right now?
Yes, you are, except I skipped a step, so let me go back.
Okay.
Thank you for keeping me honest. It's been a busy day.
Yeah, how
No,
long
I
is
get it. It gets that way.
Okay. Okay, so let me go back, leave. Okay, so right now, request something is down here on a tile. Where eventually it's going to move up here to this title bar, but we're not there yet. I'm going to go ahead and say request something. And this shows my basic contact information. It'll show for the account you're using when you go ahead and do it. We're going to say account management. And then we're going to come here and we are going to say user disable account. Please disable accounts. See attached file.
all the way down?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, from here, we're going to say attach file. And then you're just going to go in and I'm just going to grab a miscellaneous file. Go to where your list is. Click on the file, select open. And then you're going to see it attach the file in. And then you'll hit submit. It's then going to take you back up where you can see your user ID number, the user request number. And it's going to say created just now, state no. You can then, from the OctoHelps homepage, you'll be able to go back, click on the OctoHelps logo. It'll take you back to the homepage, and you can then click on request, and it'll show you just a quick view as far as what is the request you made, what is the current state, and when it was last updated. Does that help? Sharon?
She got on the call really quick.
Okay.
And I think we can show.
Anybody here, Ken?
No, you still have me muted.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay. We're having fun today. Okay. What I did that the recording showed, just to catch everybody up, was I went into the fulfiller side of the application and I went searching for the ticket that was submitted. Citywide messaging will have these filters preset to bring everything up and they will see what's available to be worked on. I went into the ticket to give you a quick look as far as what they will be seeing. It shows who opened the ticket and who it was opened for. And then here is the category and subcategory of the ticket: account management, disable account. Short description we provided as far as please disable account, see attached file. So that you know the attached file appears here at the top and they can then click the file and it will then download and open for them. The state of the ticket, as you can see, is still new and there is no assignee. Through the portal, you will not see the assigned to. However, they will be able to communicate with you via email from within the message so that you can see what is going on for updates. As you will see in the portal, I can adjust the state of the ticket. And I'm going to say update so that when I do go back over to self-service, I'm going to refresh my view here. I'm going to go into under my active items, the request. I can then see here it is, and it hasn't quite updated through the system yet, but.
Please look at the notes. Yeah.
Ah.
Please.
We'll try this again now that I put in a note. And you see right now the state has been updated. Now I can then also, if they're putting stuff in the notations that should be visible, or if you need to add it an attachment, if you forgot to attach it, you have the ability to go into the ticket. Instead of emailing it to them, you can then just go here to attachments, add the attachment that you forgot to attach, update it, and go. So we're going to do that again here. And I'm going to add another document to the self-service ticket. I'm going to say open. It now automatically goes in and uploads. So I'm hoping that this is beneficial to you. This is right now what we view as the best means to do it. What we would like to do is work with you to further refine the process into a catalog item. But at the present time, that is going to be a project that we will determine in the future and see then how we can improve it and make it easier for you also. It's just go in, attach the list, make a selection, and go.
Oh no, this process here actually works fine. As I mentioned earlier, this is exactly how I've been sending my requests lately. So I'm pretty familiar with the disabled account request process.
Okay, so then where the ones where you have the create accounts that air it out, we just combine those into a spreadsheet. You have the option to make a notation of why it didn't create so they can see what's going on, make it faster, and attach it in with the into the self-service request as a request to create and submit it and move forward.
I think the process that we have going, how we have it now, will work better than it actually sending a ticket.
The challenge is going to be, and I mean, this is at Jesse's call, is we need to be able to account for what is going on now. It's essentially on our side is documenting what work is being done so that we know who owns it. The challenge we always come into is say you've got a lot of accounts that need to be created and Jesse's on vacation.
Okay.
So this is why we want to migrate over to centralizing it to a universal request with a list inside of it so that anybody who's in citywide messaging that is free is able to work on it and resolve it for you.
Okay, and what would be the turnaround time? Because I know sometimes these requests can take some time, and we have a lot of new hires that come in during the summer and they need their email addresses created really, really fast because they need access to PeopleSoft. So what's the
Right,
turnaround time?
so,
Because I know when we use the spreadsheet, it's normally about 24 hours. So if I was to
okay,
send a
and
ticket, what would be the turnaround time?
it would basically, it should be the same.
Okay.
However, the advantage is by having it in a ticket, it then becomes accountable in our system for performance metrics. So they know it's got to get done. Nothing's going to bump that ticket because it's documented in the system. And then also, you have proof that, yes, I did submit this. Anybody should have been able to pick it up. I know from past history that these are typically coded as an overnight batch job.
Mm-hmm.
But we want to make sure that we're keeping things consistently running for you. But at the same time, there is an accountable paper trail outside of one person's email account.
Got it.
Okay,
Okay.
all righty. Is there any other questions you have? Anything else I can help you with today?
No, everything is pretty much straightforward. I think if I have any questions, I can pretty much go back to the document, or if I get stuck anywhere, I can go back to the document for guidance. So I mean, this is good. This is good.
Okay.
So Sharon, I'm going to share that article in the chat of both processes, the self-service side and the back office side. And I'm going to share it in the article in ServiceNow and the actual PDF. So you'll get those.
Okay, appreciate it.
Share them, whoever you need in your meeting.
Will
Okay,
do.
Sharon,
Thank you.
what I'll also say is, if you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to me or, reach out to the tech enablement team.
Okay.
As well as if Aster Hale is on the call, she and I work together on the ServiceNow support team. You can put a ticket into us if it's a problem that you're having with the system, and we can follow up with you easily.
Okay, thank you so much, Ken and team.
No problem. You all have a wonderful day.
You too.
Thank you, Sharon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh, bye.